Hi guys, welcome to Jules Cooking. Today we're going to make the 4 broths or stocks that you'll find in every kitchen. We're going to make a vegetable stock, a fish stock, a chicken stock, a beef stock, and I'll also show you how to clarify a stock. So if you haven't done already, please hit that subscribe button to support my channel and hit that notification button to be sure that you don't miss any amazing cooking videos. So, let's begin. We're going to start with the chicken stock. For that, transfer 2 kilograms of chicken carcasses into a big pot and also add 2 kilograms of chicken necks. Now submerge this with water and then bring it to a simmer on a medium heat. Once it's simmering, turn down the heat and skim the stock with a ladle. Then we can chop the vegetables. Clean and chop 100 grams of celery, 100 grams of celeriac, 100 grams of leek and 150 grams of onions. Transfer all the chopped vegetables in some cold water and wash them well. Then add the chopped vegetables to the skinned broth together with 4 cloves of garlic that are cut in half, 4 grams of black pepper, 2 grams of coriander seeds, 2 sprigs of rosemary, 3 sprigs of thyme and 2 bay leaves. Now make sure everything is submerged and let it simmer on a low heat for at least 6 hours. Then we can drain the broth. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes to be sure that you don't waste a single drop. Then bring it to a simmer once more so that all the fat will flow to the top and you can skim it with a ladle. After that, pass it through a sieve that's lined with a kitchen paper to remove the final small bits. Now give it a taste. I always use my stocks as a base for other components like sauces or risotto, so it should be flavorful but not overpowering. And then it's ready to be used. Now for the beef stock. First, transfer 2 kilograms of beef bones on an oven dish fitted with an oven rack. Toast them at 200 degrees Celsius for 50 minutes. While that's toasting, we can start chopping the vegetables. Clean and chop 250 grams of carrots, 200 grams of celeriac, 150 grams of celery, 200 grams of leek and 200 grams of onions. Transfer all the chopped vegetables in some cold water and wash them well. Once the bones are toasted, transfer them into a big pot and submerge them with water. Then bring this to a simmer on a medium heat. Once it's simmering, turn down the heat and skim the stock with a ladle. Now remove the oven rack from the oven dish and toast the chopped vegetables for around 30 minutes. Stir it every 10 minutes. Then add 700 ml of red wine, 6 cloves of garlic that are cut in half, 4 sprigs of thyme, 3 sprigs of rosemary, 4 bay leaves, 5 grams of black pepper and 4 grams of coriander seeds. Put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. Then transfer the vegetables and the liquid into the pot and let it simmer for at least 12 hours. While that's simmering, use a small ladle to skim the stock because there is going to be a lot of fat that needs to be removed. After that, we can drain the broth. And again, let it sit for 30 minutes so you don't waste a single drop. Then bring it to a simmer once more so that all the fat will flow to the top and you can skim it with a ladle. Now pass it through a sieve that's lined with a kitchen paper to remove the final small bits. And then it's ready to be used. Now for the fish stock. Take 3 kilograms of fish bones and remove the intestines, the eyes and the gills. Then transfer the bones into a big pot and let them rinse under cold water for a couple of minutes till you have a clear water. After that, just submerge the bones with water and add 200 ml of white wine. Bring this to a simmer on a medium heat. Once it's simmering, turn down the heat and skim the stock with a ladle. While the stock is coming to a simmer, we can chop our vegetables. clean and chop 200 grams of onions, 100 grams of leek, 100 grams of celery, 100 grams of celeriac, and 150 grams of mushrooms. Transfer all the chopped vegetables in some cold water and wash them well. Now when the stock has simmered and you've skimmed the top, directly add the chopped vegetables together with 4 sprigs of thyme, 2 bay leaves, 3 grams of coriander seeds, 2 grams of black pepper and 4 cloves of garlic that are cut in half. Make sure that everything is submerged and then let it simmer for 30 minutes. After that, we can drain the broth. When draining it, you can carefully pass the top half through a fine sieve for a clear broth, but this way you throw away quite a lot. That's why I drain it like normal and later on clarify it. Let the stock cool down if you want to clarify it. For this, first separate 4 eggs. Now beat the egg white for 30 seconds. Then take 3 pieces of celery and cut them in small cubes. Now cut 1 onion in half, clean it and then chop it. Then add it to the egg white and mix it. Now add it to the cold fish stock, mix it and then bring it to a simmer on a medium heat. All the small bits that make the stock cloudy will attach to the egg white and then float to the top, leaving you with a clear stock. Once it's at a simmer, turn off the heat and let it sit for 20 minutes. Then gently make a hole in the middle. Now we can pass the stock through a sieve lined with a kitchen paper. I added a couple of cloves just to give it a little flavor boost. Pour gently and you'll see that you're left with a beautiful clear stock. This method works great on all stocks. And then it's ready to be used. Now for the vegetable stock. For this one I don't really have a recipe, because I always make it with leftovers. You can use vegetable peels, trimmings or vegetables that are about to go bad. I always keep a container in the freezer and when it's full I make a batch. Just be sure that the vegetables you put in the stock are clean. Now you can toast them first for some more flavor, but that's up to you. When toasting, the sugars will start to caramelize and make the stock also a bit sweeter. Now submerge it with water and add some herbs and garlic. Then let it simmer for at least 4 hours. Then we can drain the broth. And like always, let it sit for 30 minutes to be sure that you don't waste a single drop. Then bring it to a simmer once more to check for flavor and when necessary, reduce it. After that, pass it through a fine sieve that's lined with a kitchen paper to remove the final small bits. And then it's ready to be used. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've certainly enjoyed making it, because back when I was still working in the kitchen, we always had a sauce day. And that was by far my favorite day of the week, because I love making sauces. So making this video was a blast. But let's just have a taste. And let's start with the vegetables. Right now they're cold, so oh, it's still super tasty. You can taste all the different vegetables, but it blends together, so that's fine. Like I said, most of the time when I'm making a vegetable broth or stock, I just combine all the trimmings that I have in my freezer, because then I don't have to throw away anything, then I still get to make something delicious with it. So that's really good. The fish, that's also the one that we clarified. That's really good. And you know what I love the most about the fish one? That when you have a taste, you can really taste the cloves, but way at the end, yeah, then you get a little note of cloves, and that just brings the whole fish stock to the next level. It's really good. Then we go on to the chicken stock. Yeah, that's just really good. It's a basic stock, but it's super powerful, packed with flavor. You can taste the bones, you can taste the chicken necks, which contains so much flavor. So yeah, it's just really good. And last but not least, the beef stock. It's already pretty thick, so when you use it you don't need to reduce it a lot, because it's already very flavorful and a little bit thick as well. Yeah, and that's really nice. You can taste the sweetness because we roasted the vegetables quite well, so it has been caramelizing, so the sugar has been caramelized, which gives the broth a little bit more of a sweetness to it, but also it enriches the stock, so it's really nice, really nice. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Really pleased with the result. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did a similar one before with the creams, so I hope you like videos like this. Please let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Like and share the video, and subscribe if you want to support my channel and see more amazing cooking videos. And as always, bon appétit!